Breaking news, Tennessee fans. It looks like the quarterback room just got a shake-up, but not where you think. Cam Ward is still locked in as QB1. No drama there. But behind him, the Titans have just pulled the trigger on a surprising move. They've officially signed veteran QB Trevor Siemian, and in the same breath, released Tim Boyle after that painfully bad preseason showing against the Buccaneers. If you watched that game Saturday night, you know exactly what I mean. It was rough. Before we dive deeper into the latest Titans updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the bell icon so you never miss breaking news like this. Alright, let's get back to it. According to reports from Taryn Davenport, Simeon's arrival isn't some blockbuster deal, it's more of a depth move. Still, it speaks volumes about how the Titans felt after watching Boyle's performance. Honestly, I've been saying this for months. Boyle might just be in the running for worst quarterback ever to take an NFL snap. Harsh? Maybe, but Saturday night didn't help his case. Now the question is, does this open the door for real competition in the QB2 spot? Or is Siemian just a safety net? Let's be real here, Tim Boyle's resume has been a red flag from day one. A 40% completion rate in college, that's not just bad, that's how did he even get a tryout bad? And yet somehow he's been holding an NFL roster spot. Saturday night against Tampa Bay was the final straw. The fourth quarter is when hungry, fringe players fight like their careers depend on it, undrafted rookies clawing for a shot, late-round picks trying to prove they belong. And in that moment, Boyle delivered one of the ugliest stat lines you'll ever see. 4 completions on 13 attempts, just 24 yards, 2 interceptions, one of them a pick six. And then there's the quarterback rating. Brace yourself, 0.6. Yes, 0.6. I didn't even think it was mathematically possible to throw 4 completions and still end up with that number. But here we are. So the Titans cut him, the only logical move. They brought in a third quarterback because, let's be honest, Brandon Allen doesn't exactly inspire backup confidence either. The choice, Trevor Siemian. Now Siemian hasn't taken a regular season snap in 2 years. Sure, he's been around, practice squads, emergency call-ups, but if anyone's expecting him to be the savior at QB2, that's wishful thinking. This is a patch, not a fix. This can't be the plan. If the Titans want to stay competitive, they need a backup quarterback who can actually step in and keep the ship steady, not just hold a clipboard. Will Levis being on IR doesn't change that fact. And right now, Trevor Siemian and Brandon Allen aren't the answer. The truth? This signing feels underwhelming at best. Sure, it's an upgrade over Tim Boyle, then again, almost anyone would be, but it's still a shaky move. There are better options floating around, and even a trade could bring in someone who's truly capable. A smart deal might swap a player like Will Levis to a team in need in exchange for a reliable QB2. Siemian hasn't played a regular season snap in ages. He's now in his mid-30s, and while he had a solid stretch back in 2021, 11 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, that was 4 years ago. Since then, a 56% completion rate, 724 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 picks the last time he saw the field. That's not the kind of stat line you want to bet your season on. And let's not forget, this is his 3rd stint with Tennessee. It almost feels like the team is flipping through an old contact list instead of looking for real solutions. Familiarity with the organization might be the only reason Trevor Siemian is back in the building, but let's be honest, that's not enough in the NFL. Every contender knows the truth. You live or die by your backup quarterback when disaster strikes. Right now, the Titans' depth chart is a tale of 2 worlds. Cam Ward? He looked sharp in his debut, 5 of 8 passing, 67 yards, and a touchdown drive to set the tone. That's promising, but the moment you drop down to the backups, it's a free fall. Brandon Allen struggled, Tim Boyle was worse, and now Siemian steps in with a track record that's, well, underwhelming. Look at the numbers. Both Allen and Siemian hover around a 56% completion rate. Their touchdown to interception ratios, mediocre at best. Quarterback ratings in the low 60s. That's not the safety net you want if the unthinkable happens to Ward. And here's the nightmare scenario. If Ward goes down, the season teeters on the edge. Some fans will argue, then just tank, but this isn't a team in position to wave the white flag. Head coach Brian Callahan is already coaching with a target on his back. If this squad limps to fewer than 6 or 7 wins, his time in Tennessee could end with a pink slip. That means the front office can't just roll with what they have. There are better options out there like Carson Wentz, fresh off backing up Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. At 32, he's still got some juice, posting a 63.2% completion rate and 118 yards last year in limited action. That's a proven arm with far more upside than the current QB2 situation. Carson Wentz may not be the player he once was, but he's still a proven NFL veteran with starting experience, something Trevor Siemian simply can't match. Wentz has been in high-pressure situations, led playoff runs, and knows how to manage a game when it matters. Last year in Kansas City, he wasn't brought in to be a star, just to step in when Patrick Mahomes rested, and he did exactly what was asked: steady, competent quarterback play. That's the kind of presence Tennessee's locker room could use. More importantly, he could be a mentor for Cam Ward, passing down years of NFL knowledge from a quarterback who's been in almost every situation imaginable. And here's the kicker: the Titans have the cap space to make it happen. $30 million available, and yet they're still leaning on a QB2 who hasn't started in years. If Ward went down tomorrow, would anyone in that building feel confident with Siemian under center? Probably not. That's why this move just makes sense. Bring in Wentz. Secure the position. Give the team a fighting chance if the worst-case scenario unfolds. Because if you wait until it's too late, no amount of scrambling will save the season. Now for some genuinely good news out of Tennessee. Starting center Lloyd Cushenberry has officially been activated from the PUP list. According to reports, he's expected to begin individual work this week as he ramps up for a full return. That means the Titans' starting offensive line is now set. Dan Moore Jr., Peter Skoronski, Lloyd Cushenberry, Kevin Zeitler, and J.C. Latham. That's a unit capable of giving Cam Ward the protection he needs. Corey Levin filled in admirably, but Cushenberry brings a different level of stability. Coming off an Achilles injury, there was real doubt about whether he'd be ready for Week 1. Now that he's passed his physical, the path is clear for him to reclaim the middle of that line. His numbers last season tell the story. In 499 snaps, he allowed 0 sacks, gave up just 14 pressures, and was flagged for only 3 penalties. Not perfect, but absolutely solid, especially for a quarterback who thrives when the pocket is clean. This is exactly the kind of reinforcement Cam Ward needs. If the Titans can keep him upright and get the ball consistently into the hands of playmakers like Calvin Ridley, there's a real shot this offense finds its rhythm in 2025. Cushenberry is back, the line is stronger, and the Titans' season just got a little brighter. Not perfect, but absolutely solid, especially for a quarterback who thrives when the pocket is clean. This is exactly the kind of reinforcement Cam Ward needs. If the Titans can keep him upright and get the ball consistently into the hands of playmakers like Calvin Ridley, there's a real shot this offense finds its rhythm in 2025. Cushenberry is back, the line is stronger, and the Titans' season just got a little brighter.